kill us this turn, I guess. Which our opponent probably can do. That just requires green source, one sorcery speed pump spell, and another pump spell. Seems like they don't have it, but, you know. Actually, we just get to kill our opponent next turn, so, yeah. Alright, guys, we are back here and powering through for round 2 after a disgusting match against Mill last round. And if you want to know what happened, spoiler alert, then go check out match 1, because that's where you'll find all that detail, as well as what the heck we're doing today, and what the wacky theme of this deck is, and how we're winning, and what all the cards do, and what is going on, and also how is my life going, and why am I even posting a league right now, which may not seem like a important question to you, but if you are familiar with my previous videos, then you'll know that all that information you need to find is in match 1, so that's all I'm going to say about it. And yeah, we are breaching some people, and with that said, let's jump straight into round 2 here. It's funny, it's kind of late as I'm recording this, but I can't help but thinking that one of our better matchups is probably against a control deck. So I'm actually kind of hoping for a control matchup here, a longer matchup where we can showcase the strength of Through the Breach, but I also don't want to play a super long match here. We have a Breach hand, so that's exciting, and we can fetch for a Stomping Ground for our red source. We even have the Titan ready to go, so we're definitely keeping this. Turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 land, turn 3 bounce land, grazer, bounce land, breach, Titan. This is a turn 3 kill with a single Amulet, actually, so that's cool. And it all starts by fetching for a Stomping Ground, of course. And if you're wondering how that's a turn 3 kill, well, we're not going to be hasting our Titan the normal way, because Through the Breach will do the hasting for us. So we haste out our Titan on turn 3 after we do all the mana things. And then Titan will search for the Teetering Peaks and a Sunhome, and then we'll attack and search for Vesuva, copying the Teetering Peaks, and a Boros Garrison, and double strike our Titan for exactly 20, and Thoughtseize ruins all of our plans. So there goes Primeval Titan, probably. Which is still fine if we draw like an Azusa or a Grazer here. Or probably even a Dryad, because we can just turn to a Dryad. So any ramp spell, Explore might be alright as well. Saga not really doing it, but at least it gives us a backup game plan here. We can just activate Saga a couple times as we're waiting to get to Breach mana, so there's that. And we'll just yield through the turn here as we're doing nothing. Inkmoth Nexus? No, is this an Infect? What is it with us and the bad matchups today? Okay, well, at least we have some tools in the sideboard for this, namely 4 copies of Lightning Bolt. And, yeah, we're playing Grove and making a dude with Saga, and next turn we're getting a second Amulet and breaching out a Titan, I guess. Kill us this turn, I guess. Which our opponent probably can do. That just requires green source, one sorcery speed pump spell, and another pump spell. Seems like they don't have it, but, you know. Actually, we just get to kill our opponent next turn, so yeah. Please play Phyrexian Crusader. That's what we want to see here. Phyrexian Crusader, the 3-mana one. Boom! Alright, opponent. Protection from red and white. Luckily, none of that matters. We'll make a token for posterity here. There's probably some crazy, insane way to kill our opponent here, involving like double Titans or something, since we can breach one out. Maybe we can do the math real quick here. We do have a T-West, so we'll just get second Amulet here, of course. And we're going to hit 5, so we're not untapping to our Amulets automatically, getting rid of those auto yields. And of course, we're going to be playing out a Simic Growth Chamber here at the very least. I mean, I'm sure just doing the Boros Garrison Slayer Stronghold thing is just straight lethal, so it's probably not... I mean, we don't even need to breach here now I'm thinking about it. Interesting. We'll pick up the Stomping Ground, I suppose. We'll Pact. We'll get the Primeval Titan. Interesting. I guess the first strike will put 2 minus counters on our Titan, which is interesting. So if we cast Titan here, we'll have 1 mana plus 6 mana from the Amulets, which is 7. If we transmute down to 4, we'll be 1 short of breaching, which is pretty sad. See, we double haste attack, that's 20. First strike, we'll take 2 away from it, and we'll do 8 to them, and then on second strike, it'll do 8 to them again, I think. I'm pretty sure this is still just lethal, so, I mean, I'm just gonna do the double haste, double strike thing. Boros Garrison, There's our Slayers. I'm not used to it not being right next to the Sun Home, because we usually don't play lands in the slots in between, but these Stomping Grounds got me a little confused. Boom. And we do still have Vesuva in deck. That's one of the things I just made a mental note of when we were searching. So, go to combat, attack. We'll swing with all. Attack with a Construct too, for uber lethal, as I like to say. We get the Vesuva copying the Boros Garrison and the Sun Home. There's probably a more efficient way to do all this, but who cares? Let's just kill our opponent. Winning against Infect in Game 1 is a great sign. And we'll just pick up the Vesuva here. And our opponent is dead. I'm like 100% certain. They don't even block. Okay. Well, that makes it extra simple, I suppose. -9. Look at that. All right. Now we'll bring in our lightning bolts. Yep. Instantaneous. Engineered explosives as well. Force of Vigor hits specifically Inkmoth Nexus, which is possibly good enough, possibly not. We might want trackers here as well to play through discard, but I kind of feel like that's not going to be the case. We can probably trim breaches. Maybe not cut them all, because I feel like breaching out a Titan is a viable way to win fast, but Ghost Quarter we definitely want. Relic, we definitely do not. Explorer, we don't really have a lot of time for. I would usually trim a Pact against a deck like Infect, but because they specifically are on the discard spell version, I'm not really big on Summoner's Pact. I mean, on trimming Summoner's Pact here, we need redundant copies of our cards. Not only just Titan, but also our ramp spells in between, as they can deny us of those as well, so probably a good choice. Here we can trim a Forest, as we're not really expecting our opponent to be playing Blood Moon, and we'd rather have turn 1 red sources. We could trim a Saga as well to, you know, play around them having, like, Naturalize or something. Some random, like, artifact enchantment hate, but I'm not super worried about that, maybe. I don't think we can afford to be, if I'm being honest. We could trim Map. I feel like we're unlikely to use Expedition Map right against our hyper combo opponent. They're just trying to kill us as fast as possible. They'll go turn 1 Glistener Elf, turn 2 kill us if we're not careful. Well, I mean, we get a turn 1 Grazer into Saga, which is definitely not nothing. We have a Titan, we got a Dryad. I'm going to keep it. Grazer blocks, which is important. Not sure that it's right to block on turn 2, though, if they're just swinging for 1. It might be better to just take 1. Right, here's our Grove, here's our Green, and our Grazer. And we'll put into play a Saga, because who plays around anything? Nobody. I don't. I don't do it. I never play around things. Our opponent conceded to turn 1 Grazer? What? Okay. Well, I mean, if match 1 was bad luck, I have to admit match 2 is definitely the definition of good luck. Grazer is just too powerful. You saw it here. So, well, we're definitely getting into the fun of it now, so yeah, I don't have much else to say. We also saw the power of still playing the Garrison Slayer's Sunhome package in the deck list, by the way, as having an instantaneous kill in scenarios where you have double Amulet is much better than having to do all the math and maybe not even having a kill, since we didn't have access to Dryad there. So, anyways, that's a lot of talking for a game 2 that we didn't even play. So, anyways, I will see you guys for the next one. Thank you for joining me for this one. This is Redface Menace, signing off.